what I'm going to do today, this is going to be a real short video, but I thought it was kind of important, especially with riding season that's going to come up here in the next month or so, depending on where you live, is the tools that I pack on my Harley for whenever we go out on the road. I keep these tools already packed, ready to go. Most of the time the tools are already on my bike, so they sit down in the bottom of my saddlebag, so I just throw stuff on top of them and just leave them there. But yeah, it's a good idea to have some tools. We've with our hog chapter, we've run into a couple times where tools came in handy, and also with some groups that we ride with, the tools have come in handy before as well. First thing that I always pack is a basic socket set. It's actually a little more than basic. These have deep sockets as well as just regular sockets. That can be important sometimes. The other thing is I do have a 3/8 inch drive, and then you'll see later I do have a reducer to a 1/4 inch drive as well. I keep some extensions in here. Just never know what kind of configurations you're going to need, but having all that available really does make a big difference for the possibility of a breakdown on the road. Now we're going to get into the bag. Most people know about sockets. The bag has a lot of stuff in it. It weighs 12 pounds, which isn't bad, and my socket set weighs 6 pounds, and I keep them in separate saddlebags. It helps balance out the weight. But the bag has a lot of good stuff in here. And now remember, this is not stuff that you can do a full repair on a bike. This is stuff to do basic repairs that can get you to a place to get the repairs done correctly. And that's all that's for. So don't get in the mindset of thinking that you're going to do pull your primary off or something like that. You're not. That's not what this is all about. So I keep funnels, paper funnels, to pour oil with if I need to. Light sticks. These are just handy. You can put them at nighttime if you break down. You can hang them off yourself or lay them out in the road. That way, just so people will be aware that there's a bike there or a rider there that's stranded. Might also draw attention that somebody can help you. I do keep a little tire pressure gauge. I keep a utility knife, just a common one, a builder's utility knife. Those razor blades are sharp. You can cut just about anything with those. Of course, I carry a pocket knife as well. That's just one more blade that you can always use. Zip ties. I'm going to have to put some more in there. I don't have enough. I keep zip ties with me. You can do a whole lot with zip ties, and they are pretty strong too. So now we're going to go ahead and unzip it, open it up. This is a spare turn signal bulb. I've got the room, so might as well do it. Quart of oil. Quart of oil is always a great thing. If you break down or if you spring a leak, you can at least keep filling it up to get to somewhere where you can get it repaired. WD-40, you get in a situation you can't get a bolt off, who knows what. This is good for a lot of things. Get the little can. The big one's not going to fit in a small bag. It's going to cost you a little bit more because it is like a mini size, and that's just the way things work. But yeah, get you a can of WD-40. This is going to sound crazy. It's going to sound kind of hillbilly, but baling wire bubble gum. You can. We had a guy that lost his floorboard one time. Bolt came out, lost the whole floorboard. We were able to wire it back on with baling wire until we get them back to the shop and get a new bolt for it. So it did work. You'll need a multi-tip screwdriver set. This is not one of the best ones. It's pretty good though. I've got a smaller Phillips and flathead and a larger one at that end, so I can flip it around either way to be able to use that in different capacities. Then I also keep, Harleys use Torx all over a bike, so I keep a full set of Torx wrenches all the way up to the small ones. This is where I need that 3/8 inch reducer to 1/4 inch reducer with my socket set, because these are 1/4 inch and that goes up to 3/8. Then I can use my socket on that. So that's the purpose of the reducer. But yeah, Torx, very important on a Harley especially. Digging on in here, moving on. I keep 2 full sets of Allen wrenches. Harley uses a lot of Allen wrenches. Make sure you get Allen wrenches with a 3/8, a minimum of 3/8 inch Allen wrench, because like your transmission dipstick takes a 3/8 inch. I like the ones with the bulb on the end because you can put them in an angle and still get it off without having to get it straight down on the bulb. It's kind of, or on the bolt. So it's kind of important to get the one with the little bulb on the end. Wire cutters, pliers, all in one. These are old, but they work great, so that's why I use them. These are not tools that you know, I keep in my toolbox. These are tools that I keep in my bag on the road all the time. And these are great, great for that. A lot of purpose in those. Electrical tape. Tape's just a good thing to have. You might even get a roll of duct tape if you want. That could help for who knows what. Then I keep two sizes of crescent wrenches in here. This one here will go up large enough where I can even take a wheel off if I have to. So, and then of course, if you don't have then, I don't carry open end wrenches. I carry these instead. So if I get to a place where a socket doesn't fit, let's say it's a metric bolt or something, I can always get a crescent on it, or both crescents on it, depending on the situation I'm running into. I also keep a pair of Channellocks. That way I can lock onto different size bolts or nuts, just depending on the situation. You never know what you're going to need it for, but Channellocks is a great tool to have. And then the last thing, this is not a real common tool for a lot of people, but this is a spanner wrench, and the spanner wrench is used to adjust your suspension. You get out there on the road and start bottoming out, depending on how you're packed. You can always pull your saddlebags off right on the side of the road. Grab your shocks, adjust your shocks. I did replace my air shocks with Burley slammers, and I can adjust my shocks on the fly. It takes about 2 minutes. I can make them stiffer if I need to prevent bottoming out. So that's why I keep that in there as well. Anyways, that's what I keep on my bike all the time, and it's helpful. It is basic tools, but with a little bit of ingenuity, you can make this set of tools go a long way as far as basic repairs to get you to your next stop if something happens to break down. So I hope this helps. If you've got anything that you specifically do, I'd love to hear about it. I'm sure all the people watching the video, or as far as the blog is concerned, people reading about this, would love to know what other people are doing or what they carry on their bike as well. So yeah, please feel free to add what you use on your bike. It's always good. It's helping other riders get down the road safe. So for more stories and riding videos and just touring type related motorcycling, be sure and visit my blog at rumblingrider.com.